Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be explaining a top scoring complaint email templates for CELPIP writing task 1, crafted specifically to help you reach the high scores of CLB 12 level. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, complaint email template. So CLB 12, right? So it's an email that is a complaint email. Alright, so you have to write this email to the customer care of the website. Product online, arrived, found, not shown on the website similar, so it had some defects. So that is a complaint email. Very important point, you have to cover all these 3 points in your email. So let's break down template step by step. First of all, we have to start with the name of the person and you have to give formal greeting. If you know the name of the person, then we can use the name like Dear Mr. Singh, Dear Mr. James. Or if not, that time you can use customer service department or other word what we can use, that is to whomsoever it may concern. So again, this is a formal greeting, right? So let's talk about the opening statement. I am writing to formally lodge a complaint regarding a recent experience I had with. Here you can put name of the product, for example, laptop, or service related to cafeteria service or name of the company, etc., which I believe warrants immediate attention and resolution. So I think this word is little bit awkward over here. So let's clear the concept of this word in this sentence. So basically this word is a verb here. Yes, this word is a verb here which means to justify or to deserve something. So please don't forget this is the warrants means verb over here. That means justify, to deserve something. So now this sentence clearly states your purpose and sets a formal tone. So next, let's talk about the description of issue, in which you have to mention on date. I explain the issue clearly. So you have to explain the issue, what happened with the product. For example, your purchased product or service, booked service, or visited to a location specifically. So you can use that sentence over here. And unfortunately, the experience fell significantly short of my expectation due to. You have to describe the problem over here. Basically, poor service, defective product, delay, or unprofessional behavior. So if the email is related to the service, so you can use this word. If the email is related to the product, so you can use the word defective product, or maybe delayed services, or maybe unprofessional behavior. It depends upon the email question. Fine, but you have to be specific about what happened. First thing, what happened, when, and why it was a problem. Mention that you try to fix it before writing. Okay, so you have to mention this thing. So next is I am particularly disappointed. So now what is the disappointment over here? That you are not satisfied with the services and you have to explain how it affected you. For example, inconvenience, any financial loss, or maybe time wasted, or maybe it is related to your health. So as a loyal customer who values professionalism and reliability, I expected a much higher standard of services. Okay, so in this paragraph, you have to explain how issue affected you personally or professionally. So this shows seriousness of your complaint, right? And now further, we have to request for resolution. This is a very important point. We have to write about that part. So you can start regarding suggestions. I kindly. So basically now it seems to be again little bit awkward. I kindly request is a correct or incorrect. So I want to make you clear over here. This is a phrase informal and in a polite way. So yes, you can use these two words together, I kindly request. Okay, so after that you have to state your desired resolution or what you want. Actually, you want to go for a refund, replacement, or formal apology, or further investigation. It depends again type of a email. So I believe this is a fair and reasonable expectations under circumstances. So this paragraph politely state what you want from the company to do to resolve the issue. Okay, so next is I would appreciate your input on suggested approach. Okay, suggested approach, or I would appreciate it if you could address this matter promptly. So this last paragraph is kind of your closing paragraph where you can give your contact details. It depends again. So encourage a prompt response and provide your what you want, actually what kind of a suggestions you want. Okay, so feel free to contact me. You can give your imaginary email or any imaginary number, so you don't need to give your actual email or actual number. So last is your formal sign off. Yes, this is a formal sign off. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I look forward to your swift response. So yours sincerely or your full name. In email, in CELPIP email, you can give your actual name over here in starting or maybe in ending. Okay, but you have to give your actual name. If your actual name is James, so write your name James. Do not give any imaginary name. Always thank the reader and use a formal closing. Yes, it should be your formal closing. Fine. So let's talk about some important key phrases for complaint email so that you can use at the time of opening, describing a problem, requesting action. So these are 3 points or 3 sentences that you can use at the time of opening statement. You can use any one of the sentence. For describing a problem, out of these 3, you can use 1. For requesting action, there are another 3 points. You can use 1 out of. For closing statement, out of these 2, you can use 1. So finally, yours faithfully, yours sincerely depend upon the salutation. Let's talk about some useful idioms and expressions for complaint email. This is very much important. If you try to use any of the idioms from this, so it will give you more scores. So you can use fall short of expectation when your product is not up to the mark. Same thing over here. Cause inconvenience, how it is inconvenience to you. Rectify the situation, look into the matter, bring to your attention, make things right, lapse in service, live up to the promise, take swift action. It would be better if you use at least 1 to 2 idioms from these lists. So, important adjectives. Yes, adjectives are also very important in email. So, you can use for negative experience any of the word like unacceptable thing, disappointing, unsatisfactory shopping experience, inadequate information. For quality and condition, poor quality of product, faulty product, inadequate product, or we can say unprofessional behavior, unreliable thing, substandard. So any of the word you can use. For behavior, rude, disrespectful, unprofessional, unresponsive. For time value related, delayed, late, untimely, overpriced, and etc. So finally, some important adverbs. Adjectives, idioms, and adverbs. These are very much important in your writing. If you really want to score CLB 9+ or 10+, so try to put adjectives, idioms, and adverbs. So for polite thing, you can use unfortunately, regretfully, sincerely, respectfully. So you can use these of the word, not all, any one word. Highlighting impact, severely, significantly, negatively, seriously. Describing frequency, constantly, consistently, and repeatedly. I believe these words are really helpful for you. So if you find these tips and techniques helpful for you, so please leave a comment. Thank you.